Greetings, salutations, and welcome to today's video. As we are working on wrapping up this season, we are actually going to go back to ladder. With the cards I have, Swing Scout. Let's take a look at it. So the reason it's named Swing Scout is there's two reasons. The first is, it runs Grand Ball. It is a move scout list. Because of that, I was like, what dance do you move a lot? And I was like, swing dancing. So, Swing Scout. And we're running Swift Strike. So, that to me is just kind of like a left hook as well. Well, I said left hook. That's a right hook. Yeah. It's a left hook followed by a right hook. Because it's Swift Strike. The list is not as optimized as it could be. I've got some inclusions that I just did because of some things I've seen on the ladder. So we're running Swindler as a one of. It is a 3-cost 2/2, but it steals all items from one creature. So if you run up against an item deck, it's an easy way to just go, hey, all that's mine now. Okay, thanks, bye. And then use Swift Strike the next turn to finish them off. I like Frenzied Witchman. I opted to put that in instead of Mammoth. I do have 3 Mammoths, but being able to take 2 of that and make it charge, to me, is worth more than the Breakthrough. We are running Quinraw, because I have one and it's a win condition. For health, we have Blackworm Necromancer. If you have more health than your opponent, get a random creature back from your discard. Soul Rest Marshal. If you have more health than your opponent, the next card you play costs 6 less. So ideally, we are ahead in health and continuing to push damage. For health gain, we have Moonlight Werebat. I only have 1, so I've subbed the other 2 as Restless Templars. We are running a full 3 of House Kinsmen. Somehow I got lucky enough to get all 3 of those. And then we have the move package. Swift Shadow Shifts, Dune Smugglers, the single copy of Grand Ball, which I have chosen to only run 1. And where are they? The 2 Dune Stalkers. I only have 2. So let's go ahead and go. I've had moderate success with this deck just playing around in casual. Took it to ladder once just to make sure it didn't get stomped, and I didn't lose, so we have that going for us. Late game, we have Night Talonlord, because he's just a nice, solid, I need to close this game out before our opponent can rage. We have Wrath of Sithis to try to push rage back a turn. If in the off chance we get to turn 8 and we're like, next turn they could rage, I can just try to go, nope, nope, push it back. One more turn, they're not raging. We run a single copy of Eclipse Baroness as draw. Assuming we run into some form of control deck. Realistically, I've not run into control on ladder at all. And so I could probably ditch all of my counter control cards and possibly tech slightly more aggro, putting in some 1-drops. But I will see you guys in game. So you're going to notice a couple things once it loads us in. First is, we're not unranked. I forgot that local time, I was playing this at about between 4 and 5 a.m. Doesn't appear anyone on High Legend is actually signed into play. So instead, we're fighting against Dominic here. We're going to keep Dune Smuggler, see if we can find a 2-drop. Okay. We have cards. This is a thing I can confirm.
There's a play. There's always a play.
Against tokens, we really need to make sure we can control down their board, so I need a 2-drop. On Mulligan, pulling a Shadow Shift and a Swift Strike, 2 real combo cards for the deck. Wasn't all that helpful for us. Then into an Enchanted Plate. Doesn't bode well.
I have no patience for fools.
So we're going to be playing out Kinsman next turn. Opposing.
They cannot hope to outwit me.
We'll see if he takes the trade. If he puts a guard here.
A little distraction might prove useful.
Ah. Sneaky, sneaky at a cloud rest.
I'll profit from your
Taste my vengeance.
Okay. We'll just have this guy buff himself.
For the reach. Let us stand together.
We can slide him over with a Dune Smuggler next turn. Equip Enchanted Plate to get a value trade.
Betrays you.
You won't foil my plan.
Okay, we're not doing that.
You can trust me. There are ill winds this day.
Go ahead and put a 5/5 in the lane. How much damage do you do with 2 Swift Strikes? So 4, 12, 24. So if I go face, then play Quinrod and he can't answer it, we win.
Your fear betrays you.
Alright, so we still have a path to victory. His having an answer each turn has been quite a nuisance. Oh, and he gets health. We've here 24, 25, 27. He can get up to 2 health.
You will die, Shapeskin.
Khajiit will find a way in.
Let's hope he's out of removal. Seven, 8, 9, so he'd need 7 burst damage. I don't think he's going to be able to do that.
I have no patience for fools.
Dumuk, take you. Behold my power.
Prophecy Bat would be glorious. We didn't get one.
There's a plan. There's always a plan.
1 health is fine. 2 health is bad.
Hold the line.
And he got 3. I can at least put him off lethal. By just taking our swing.
Spotted.
Fine. Khajiit will go through you.
Take our Swift Strike.
You underestimate this one.
Take our Swift Strike.
Do not stand in this one's way.
And then he prophesies a Javelin.
The Night Mother will guide us.
He won because of that other Bruma. We don't have Tazcat in the list because I don't own him. That did at least do a number resetting the race potential of the decks. Cliff Racer is still lethal, even if he plays a creature.
You won't foil the plan.
Leaf Lurker will clear that, assuming we don't have a way to win.
My Arcade's beard. This day will be mine.
He's going to play another creature to get out of Leaf Lurker range.
For the Emperor.
He's going to take the guard. I've got Shift, so I'm not super worried about that. 8, 10, 13.
Hardly a challenge.
I'll profit from your death. Nice try.
Dumuk, take you.
7, 8, 9. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
I bring reinforcements.
The forest is my cloak.
By Arcade's beard, this day will be mine.
8, 9, 10, 17. So he just needs one burst. If he's got fervor, and I almost guarantee you he does, he's got it. We don't have a prophecy that'll interrupt him. We did good, though. I was content. We put him to 2. For a first game, this is not bad. I'm also going to say maybe he doesn't have fervor because he hasn't played it yet. One burst is still really easy to do for Spell Sword.
Your fear
There we
betrays
go.
you.
Now we're going face.
Nice try.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, just double counting my math. We know he runs Crushing Blow.
Dumak, take you.
Only prophecy I run is Prophecy Bat, but that doesn't get us health as it's played. Maybe he doesn't have it.
For the Emperor.
I don't have charge. He steals the ward.
No quarter.
Give me a card, give me a card, give me a card, give me a card, give me a card. Dang it. I just need another shift or way to get extra damage. And we didn't get it.
Dumak, take you.
We are literally 2 off lethal again.
Dumak, take you.
Face me and die.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
The victory is yours.
Close match. Weren't able to pull out a Cliff Racer when we needed one. Oh well, we will go in for a match 2. I am still relatively optimistic about this deck. At least that loss wasn't on ladder, so we're still in the top 100. Wonder if it's giving us something or not. There's the music. There's the defeat screen. Yeah, I don't know why it would be giving us anything. We lost. Maybe if we had leveled up. If he had had only... Just thinking back on the game. If he had only had 1 Bruma, we would have been fine. That's literally the difference between loss and a win. Oh well. I can't see where we played anything incorrectly. Clone Master. Also on Scout. We'll see if they're running the same sort of deck we are, or if they're running a Mega Ramp Scout. Chuck our 1 Prophecy back in the deck. Alright, so we're opening Mournhold. Probably Shadow. Well... yeah, probably Shadow.
You can trust me.
Answer to Fighters...
watch is mine.
Ooh. Hmm.
They cannot hope to outwit
I'm gonna try to trade with that.
The forest is my strength and my courage.
Surprise!
you are no match for me, Swit.
We must keep moving.
And slide that over there.
Back off, dry skin.
Alright, he is ramp.
Feel the power of the forest.
Let's go. Oh, and you can live? Even better.
Child's play.
You will die, Shapeskin.
And yeah, I'm just gonna keep buffing this.
Stand together. Didn't see this coming, eh?
Normally you don't stack your buffs. However, because we run Swift Strike, we need to stack buffs wherever we can.
Take my vengeance.
Let's boot for 7.
Today you die.
And give you an escort. Clear that out. I don't think he can do anything clever with the Cliff Racer.
Make a river of your blood. The hist shall heal you.
Yeah, and I didn't want him buffing up and getting a guard.
Oh, I have you now.
Prophecy.
The forest is my strength and my courage.
Alright, and then we'll soul rest into a Quinraw.
Khajiit will find a way in.
Put 2 4/4s in that shadow lane.
Zithers take you.
Yeah, he was trying to ramp, but ramp no good against people who beat your face in. It's just the way it is.
Didn't see this coming, eh?
What do you know? We kept our one Mournhold trader alive. He was in a frenzy, but he was alive. So then we've got one more. A tie break to see if we can go 2 wins, or if we're going to be stuck with 2 losses when just the 1 win. I'm relatively optimistic. I think this deck has some solid potential. You can get around most guards. You can, if you need to control and trade, you can get some value trades in. It doesn't have to be aggro. And then because you're running Swift Strike, you can kind of just sit there and wait until you're like, alright, and lethal. I wish I had recorded the first match I practiced with this, because I managed to get Grand Ball lethal. I was very, very pleased with myself. Because I had all my creatures on one side, he played guard, and then I moved them all to the other side, and they all went face, face, face. It was beautiful. Alright, who are we up against? What are we up against? Okay. Satyr. Satyr without ring. Go figure this is the time we get the perfect curve. I'm gonna put Windkeep into that rather than Ungolem.
My arcane spear. This day will be mine.
Doesn't have another play.
The Black Hand sees all.
We're just gonna play Ungolem.
Vile canker blossom.
Ungolem and take our trade.
The Legion stands ready.
Let's see what we draw.
The longer the odds, the sweeter the victor.
Feel the Night Mother's love.
Alright, start working his health over.
Destroy them. Imperial soldiers never surrender.
We will Cliff Racer the one down, Ungolem the other.
Your death will be swift.
Vile canker blossom.
Managed to find us a prophecy.
Killing you will make an excellent story. The battle shall be ours. By the first sword, you're going down.
So that's interesting because you don't trade.
found you.
Gonna do that so I can leaf lurker. We did find our, I think, single copy of Night Shadow in the list. Given how much charge he's running, we're likely gonna play it over here in the shadow.
It shall be so.
Just so I can try to trade up with it. If I need to move it over, I have that option.
Found you.
And if I need to, I have Doomstalker to chuck that over.
It shall be so.
By Kinnereth, respect my power and feel my fury.
There is plenty for all.
So you give 5 or 3 health, which allows me to trade there.
Vile canker blossom.
I think we're gonna just go ahead and buff this guy up.
Die, mortal.
No reason to move anything around.
I'm ready for anything. You're going down.
Methinks he thinks he can race us.
I'll send your soul to Sovngarde.
He can't race us. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
We must keep moving. Clear out. Die, mortal.
And there we go.
Your pain is delicious.
Just swift striking 20 damage down there at the end. Good game. Good game, opponent. We'll wait and see if we get a reward, because we should get our 3-win reward. It didn't give us that after our last game, and whether it's the delay or something, it just gives it to me a game later. So we'll see if we get anything interesting out of that. Then maybe buy a pack or 2, and then we'll call it a video. It's been what? Yeah, it's been about that time. But yeah, that is Swing Monk. It was sufficient on the ladder when I was playing it on the ladder. Maybe I'll have to get into recording these later at night so that there's actually people on rather than me going on at their equivalent of early morning and going, "Hey guys, hey, anyone want to play cards? I like cards. Do you like cards?" Being that creepy guy. Have I maxed out my gold for the day? That's what it looks like. We're still gonna buy... I have an existing arena, so I just try to keep 150 gold. So we'll buy 3 packs. Basically, I always try to have an arena's worth of gold always at my disposal. And I've got an arena that I played a little bit of this morning. Before it got to the early AMs, and, well, there weren't people that I was willing to wait around for. Hey! We should have gotten those packs before we, No, we were doing a Shackle Sorcerer. We didn't do Shackle Other Deck because I don't have Giant Snake. Alright, Shackle Assassin is back on the menu, or 1/3 of the way to being back on the menu. I think I already had 3 of those, so that's just going to be 100 Soul Gems, which is also good. That's actually a pretty nice premium. Maybe we'll have to run Elixir of Vigor at some point. But that's what we're calling it. Phil, Watt, Della Grammaticus, Austin, Nikki, Candace, thank you all very much. I don't think I said it this video or last video, so stay hydrated. It's good for you. Stay healthy. That's also good for you. Avoid the coronavirus. Best of vibes, and have yourselves a great night. Cheers.